What's up, everybody? Corey here. Hope everyone's having a nice day. Just Sunday afternoon, quick stream. I want to make sure Nightbot is connected so that my queue works properly. Nightbot TV. Hey, Emma. Welcome. What's up? What's up? Yeah, open should do the trick. It might take a few moments for it to work. Hey, that's awesome, Emma. I don't know if this chat's visible. Let me make it a bit bigger. There we go. All right, Emma, you're up. First in line. I don't think the queue is tech. Oh, there we go. All right, Emma, you're up. What's your chess.com username? We'll get a game. Go to members. I'll copy and paste your name. All right, here we go. I don't know if we played yet. We might have. Let's see. We are already friends. We have played before. Yep. I recall. Okay, let's go do this. Sent you a challenge. Best of luck. I'm going to start with e4, best by test. Whoa, what is this? This A pawn is running down the board. I'm going to stop it from any further action and just play like normal. This looks like a somewhat of a Pierce, but hey there, Anton. Hey there, baby Sari. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. Hope you're having a nice day on this Sunday afternoon. Or it could be another time where you are. But for me, it's Sunday afternoon. How are you guys doing? This pawn move is interesting. Let's grab it. Open up the center a little bit. We'll come here. That is a free bishop, guys. Free bishop. We take those. Now, if you look at it, it's two minor pieces versus three. So this should be a pretty smooth conversion. We're just gonna bring out our pieces, develop, play like normal, and we're up a piece. So if we have the opportunity for a trade, we're gonna go for it. Let's try this. See what black wants to do. I'm gonna take it, and then probably come in here with my knight. And then my knight's on a great square. It's looking at this, it's looking at that. That's good because it defends that piece. I think I'm gonna bring out my rooks, like double up. We'll hide my, let's put my knight here. I think it's a nice central square, lots of options. We'll go here. Targets this bishop, targets this pawn, and everything is good. This is a free pawn. We take those. We take those. Let's see here. What does black do? I think now it's time to double up on this d file. Get some control. Maybe I'll go back. I would love for the king to come here so I'd give a nice fork, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think what I'll do now is come here with the rook. Rooks on the 7th rank are really strong. This pawn is lost. I think this is the way to go over here. I would love to double up on this 7th file and then take that pawn. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, let's do that. Bishop would kind of need to go here, but then I'm going to swing in my knight this way. Now there's all sorts of pressure going on here. I'm threatening to take, because then if rook takes, I have check king here, and I'm going to slide the other rook back. I think this move works, because if rook takes, no, because this rook would be loose. Let's see here what to do. What if I just put my rook over here? This bishop is protecting that, so I'm not getting mated on the back rank. Let's go here just to see how black would respond. What's up, Annalise? Welcome to my stream. All right, that move. Now I think I can get away with this, because if rook takes, I have this idea. Check, king here, check, boom, and I slide my other rook. So I just win a free piece. And if he doesn't do anything... Oh, interesting. This doesn't really work because of this. King goes to the corner, and I'm going to go there. Hi there, Cobalt Blue. Of course I'll say hi to you. Let's go here, threaten a checkmate in 1. Welcome to my stream. I want to play this so bad. Logical. Let's go here. Hit that rook, see what he wants to do. Let's go here. Rook has to block, and then we take here. This is a mate threat, by the way, because the bishop is guarding. Let's go. I have like no time. I gotta be a little bit faster here. I have 13 seconds. 13 seconds to get a dub. I have an idea. I have a devilish idea. Is he gonna let me do this? We'll go here. Let's go here. We're gonna start pushing these pawns. Well, let's come here. Now we have a threat like this. That would be mate. 6 seconds, guys. 6.9. We can do this. I don't think there's anything that black can do to stop it. I think I'm just going to checkmate him on the next move. Yep. I was afraid I was going to get flagged. We have resignation. There we go. Good game. Emma. Gaming. All right. That cleared out the queue. If anyone wants to play, just do !join in the chat. Yeah, this is showing a mate in 3, king h8, bishop g6, with mate over here to follow. Nothing black can do other than sacrifice the rook, and then if the king comes here, this is mate anyway, and if he makes like a pawn move or whatever, this is mate. So, good game. Let's see where you went wrong. In the opening, on your very first move, that's where you went wrong. I don't know why you would play a5, a4. I mean, what is this? This is just telling me, okay, I can take another tempo and like develop. And I'm developing much faster than you, and already this is a big mistake. Instead of taking back the knight, actually back it up even a little bit more. You should have took back this way with this pawn. Here allows for this. And now you're just down a full piece. So, all right, while we're waiting for the next person, let's try to tackle the daily puzzle. Forcing moves repound. This is the daily puzzle of the week, and Sundays are the hardest puzzles. So, guys, we have the hardest puzzle of the week right here. So let's take a look at what's going on. I feel like our pieces are pretty close to the enemy king. We have a nice queen that's controlling this file, attacking that rook. We got a bishop that's controlling, and a rook that could potentially go up. So what checks do we have in this position? We have a sacrifice, potentially. We can look at that. We have queen going down here. We have rook over here. And we also have this bishop coming in to give a check here. So we got to look at all of those first. Hey there, General Gleaming. Thanks for joining the queue. Alice Edits. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, so let's look at the checks first in mind. This sacrifice is an interesting idea. Bishop takes is forced, right? Otherwise, what is black doing here? Potentially check next here. I'm not so convinced about this. I could always go back, but then king goes up. What about this bishop check, sending the king over here? I think we're onto something now. If I go here, check, king goes to the corner, I take the rook, bishop takes, and then I go here. And then bishop goes here, I take the bishop. I think that's got to be it, guys. Check. Nope, I'm wrong. No good. It must be a move order situation. Maybe it's taking the rook first, after bishop takes, then this check. Then here, then there. Nope, that's not it either. Guys, any suggestions? I'm clearly not having a good day with this puzzle. What if we can't make a slow move like this because the queen can just come in, or the rook can come in and then it's lights out for us. I mean, taking the rook is wrong. Going here is wrong. What other checks are there? Maybe queen here check, king here. That doesn't seem to be it. I don't see the follow-up to that. Any ideas, guys? Anyone in the chat have an idea? I am open to suggestions. I'm struggling with this one. What about... General Gleaming says, move the queen to corner behind pawn. Move the queen to corner behind pawn. Row E. Row E. Well, there's no... Row is left to right. E is a file. This is the E file. Moving the queen to the corner here is losing the queen. So that can't be what you mean. E2 queen. Oh, it's white to play. It's white to play. It's not black to play. The queen can't get over here. Queen sack for bishop. If I take the bishop and king takes, what is the follow-up? What do I do after that? Omkar Prasad says queen f8 and bishop g5. Queen f8? The queen cannot get over here in one swoop. It's that's not how the queen moves. Queen f7 and bishop g5. Queen f7. King takes f7. Bishop g5. Bishop d5. Not g5, but d5. I think you're onto something here. Holy smokes. Could that be it? Sack the queen this way. King takes and check? That sounds very interesting. General Gleaming. I can't see the other side of the board, so I don't see the number, but white queen to e7. White queen to e7 is just a tad too slow. It doesn't win immediately. I mean, I don't know what it does. But I do like the idea of sacrificing the queen and bring out the bishop so that the king doesn't have this corner. I love that idea. Queen goes here, 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 check. If bishop blocks, I could take the bishop. King would have to come here, and then maybe here. Something like that. That has to be it. Boom, and it's not bishop takes. Is it rook takes? Rook takes is gotta be it. and then I block it with my rook, and it also comes with a check. That is brilliant. Omkar, Prasad. Well, fine. Great find. Good job there. Queen f7, bishop g. It's not bishop g5. It was d5. This is g5 on this square. They block with bishop, then take with rook, then pull back rook next for mate. Oh wow, look at that! It is actually checkmate. I just thought it was like blocking it with the check and it's good, but no, this is checkmate. Wow, that was a tough puzzle. That was fun. All right, let's see who's next in the queue. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a rematch, Craig. And if so, so be it. Players, friends. Yeah, it's Emma Gaming, who is also Craig Monk. Craig Monk, it is time for your rematch. We're playing a 3-minute game here. You meant d5? Yeah, I figured. All right, here we go. Challenge sent. Waiting for you. Good luck, Craig Monk. How is your name, Emma, or is it Craig? The world may never know. All right, are we playing or what? This challenge has been sent for a while. Guys, if you want to join the queue, all you need to do is type !join in the chat and make sure to subscribe to my channel. It's not really a requirement to play me, but it would be nice if you do it. I'm trying to get a lot of subscribers and become the Mr. Beast of chess. Or at least the Gotham chess of... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to grow. That's all I'm saying. Not receiving invite. Okay. I'm going to challenge you again and see if you get it. Challenge sent. Did you get it? You could also challenge me if this doesn't work. Okay, here we go. We have a game. Craig Monk, and this time we're playing as black. Let's go with the Caro-Kann. A nice, solid opening choice here. This one is called the Hillbilly Attack. I personally don't like it because it gives black the extra tempo here. Catching up in development. But I do like the name, though. The Hillbilly Attack. That's kind of nice. Let's go here. This pin is always useful, and it's very hard for white to break that pin because the bishop's a little bit offside. Let's bring out our pawn so that our bishop can come over here and castle and just play normal moves. His pawn is attacking my bishop. Let's just back it up a little bit. If he wants to compromise his king's safety, then so be it. Okay, let's continue. Bring out the bishop. And now the bishop is kind of pointing towards the king. There could potentially be lines where I back up this bishop. One square, put the queen here. Take that knight, and then queen over here would be a checkmate. It's a little bit far-fetched, but these are some kind of ideas I'm keeping in the back of my mind when I'm playing. So he takes. I don't think that was such a great idea. This knight that was over here wasn't doing a whole lot. And now it kind of clarified the position a bit. And all of my pieces are pretty good. There's no pieces of mine that are bad. Let's go here and go for this e5 idea. I think it's kind of nice. Just bust open the center and potentially go here and exploit this pin that's going on. Let's go ahead and do that right now. If he wants to go here, that's fine. I'll tuck my bishop away, and then his kingside structure will be a little bit compromised. Okay, this is... I think it's a mistake because of this. Now he has to go here and compromise his kingside structure just a bit. That's his only move. Otherwise, he's just going to lose the knight. If he moves the knight, the queen, it gets chopped off. So we can't have that happening. Okay, he just ignores it, which I think is where he's going wrong. So let's take that knight. Queen takes this is a huge blunder because you're losing the queen. There is no debate about that, guys. You don't want to lose your queen. Okay, He is attacking my pawn. Is it even worth it for me to defend it? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth my time. Instead, what I'm going to do is something else. Actually, maybe push, just to be a little bit annoying. Yeah, I'm going to push it, actually, because I could sink my knight in this way. And just, the knight's on a great square. It's defending that pawn. Yeah, this is pretty good for me. Okay, he's here attacking the pawn, but I don't know really what that does because I can just come here and my queen defends that pawn and I'm pretty good. So this position is really nice for me. I'm up a full queen. Hello, brother. Do you know Magnus Carlsen? I do. I know Magnus Carlsen. I actually met him before. In an airport. I ran into him. Let's chop it off. Chop it off. We take that rook. And let's go here. Bring that rook up. What's up? I think you're Zenith. I'm pretty sure you're Zenith. Good to see you. Let's go here. I don't care if this pawn falls. I'm up a million pieces. So let's just trade off the knight and we'll have an easy time. And there's really not much black can do. I have 49 seconds, so I'm sorry, I meant there's nothing white can do. Hello, brother, and Zenith. Glad to see you in my queue. All right. What is white gonna do? I have no idea. Abandon. That's what he's gonna do. Rage quit. But yeah, this game was over. The hillbilly attack basically, I think, gives me the initiative right away. I'm hitting the bishop. The bishop has to do something, and then that gives me a chance to develop. The mistake was... Big mistake in the game. I think taking the knight was bad. You're giving me the bishop pair for no good reason. And if any of my pieces are bad here, you could argue that it's the knight. The knight really doesn't have that many prospects to go to, so the fact that you just took it off without me forcing it, just preemptively, I mean, I'm cool with. And then all of my pieces are on great squares, and I bust open the center with pawn to e5. And now this pin is just exploited. You had to recognize that this is the threat. And even after I did it, I think you could have played this. The engine saying it's no good. Because of knight takes g4. Oh, wow, interesting. This and this, and you're still having the pin exploited. I didn't see that, but yeah, this allowing me to like bust open the center is deadly. And then it's kind of downhill from here. Good game, though. That was instructive. All right, let's see who's next. That was your rematch. Let's see who is next in the queue to play me. All right, General Gleaming, you are up next. Throw your chess.com username in the chat, please. And we'll have a game. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel. What is your username, General Gleaming? Need to know. Let's get a game. Who wants to play me? Open challenge. Anybody who wants to play me can just click my channel, subscribe, exclamation mark, join. Don't be afraid. Are you still here? Are you still here? Okay. He's there. He said EE. EE does not sound like a chess.com username. Imagine it is. Probably someone's named EE on chess.com. No results found. So much delay. It's whatever. It's whatever. I wish I could decrease the delay, but I can't. The stream is a little bit delayed. What is your chess.com username? I'm going to Google it. How to decrease YouTube live stream delay OBS. What does this Reddit article say? Oh, it's just your username here. General Gleaming. It says the only thing I found to help a little bit is changing the latency in the OBS broadcast settings to ultra low. This cut the delay down to 5 seconds of decent internet. Let me try that. Maybe there's a way I can edit this on the fly. Let me do file settings. I'll throw it over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. There's got to be a way to do it. Maybe stream. It's advanced options. Maybe output. I have no idea, guys, what I'm doing. Changing the latency. Where do I see latency? I have no clue. Where is latency? If anyone knows in the chat. Oh, you can help with the latency. I've streamed before, by the way. Then tell me where to go in this setting. Please help me. Is it advanced? It sounds like it would be an advanced. Oh, stream delay is not enabled. That would be crazy for people to do that on purpose. Where's the latency setting? There should be an option in the YouTube side of things. Really? In the YouTube side of things. I'm streaming this through OBS. I'm not streaming this through I mean, technically it's going to YouTube, but I'm doing it through here. But you're telling me the settings are on YouTube? So like if I go to YouTube and go to my channel, there's like settings and stuff that I could look at. Playback and performance? No, that can't be it. Advanced settings? Nah, that can't be it. I'll look more into it after the stream. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So, I use OBS and YouTube for it, and YouTube has a latency as well. All right, let me Google it. Latency YouTube setting. Create go live, maybe? Okay, let's see here. If I go back to YouTube and I click on my name and I do what, YouTube Studio? Yeah, YouTube Studio. I'm gonna put this off screen. You guys don't need to see all of my stats. In the homepage of streaming, if you scroll down, there should be something that's saying latency. I probably need to find my live channel. If I can find it, that would be great. What if I try going here to live, click on it. Okay, I'm in. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm in the video, maybe customization. In the homepage, there should be something in the homepage of it. In the homepage of it, maybe show more. Latency. I do not see anything that says latency. Don't worry about delay for now. Let's get playing. Yeah, okay. I really want to find it though. Join. Hey, Extreme Gamer. Customization, maybe? Nah. I don't think so. Maybe settings? I have no idea. You're in the wrong place. Okay, whatever. I'll look into it later. Let's get back to the chess. All right, let's see who is next. Oh wait, General Gleaming is next. What am I saying? I was about to skip you. All right, you said it's the same name as your username. I'm assuming no space. General Gleaming, no result found. Is there a space? I didn't know you were allowed space. What is your username? Let's get a game. Good to see you again, Extreme Gamer. I think you've been in every single one of my streams. Kudos to you, man. It's just my username here. It's not. When I typed it, it didn't have any results. General Gleaming has no results found. The underscore's in there. Oh, it's separated by an underscore. There we go. The underscore. All right. Challenge sent. Good luck to you. Challenge sent. Let's play. You ready to play? Did you get my challenge? Sometimes it doesn't go through. I can always resend it. All right, here we go. We have a game. E4. Best by test. Guys, never move this f-pawn. That's not a good idea. I'm going to be tricky and go here. That's a good move. It kind of kills my plan a little bit. Because if here there's knight takes, which is a bit annoying. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna play f4. All right, now this could work. Let's try it. We'll come here. Open things up. And let's throw in this. Check. Hey, IB plays. Good to see you again. Let's go here. Just throwing the kitchen sink at my opponent with everything I have. Let's go here. Check. Where's the king going? Is he going to take the pawn? Knight takes. That is a great move. Let's duck the queen down a little bit. Keep the pin going on. That blunders the rook. So we take that. I maintained the pin. And I just exploited it. This is a little bit annoying, though. He can grab my rook. Yep. But let's go here, because after takes, this knight is on a really awkward square. I could go here and here. There's also this I do need to worry about. I don't want to lose my other rook. Let's come here so that this is stopped by my knight. Okay, he maybe wants to come here. So let's go. Where do I want to go? How to do this? I think we got to develop. Bring in our knight. By the way, when stream ending? I don't know. When I feel like it, I guess. When I lose too much. What if I go here and take that free pawn? That's got to be good, right? Free pawn? I'm a fan of free. And we will go back with the knight, or do we come here? I think let's go back. This is kind of a crazy game. Hard to say what's going on. Let's go here. I think knight takes is inevitable. Get 2 pawns for the piece. But Oh, he doesn't do it. Let's go this way. Force the matter a little bit. Okay, interesting. Let's go with this move here. And maybe that could be a good idea. Interesting move. I'm gonna grab. Oh, I can pick up a queen. Boom, pick up the queen. And then maybe I could use the queen to pick up the knight. I think that has to be a great move. This, and there's not much that black can do. I think this game is going to be over pretty soon. Queen to one corner to the other corner. That's the longest move in chess, from one corner to the other corner. Actually, technically, it's not any longer than a this way or that way. Diagonal is exactly the same. It's 8. So one of the longest moves in chess. Okay, let's go pick up the bishop. This is a fork. And wow, the king is coming to out in the open. This is always a thing. That's a free rook. We take free rooks. This game is going to be over pretty soon. Are you speaking Urdu or Arabic? No. I do not. Next, right? I'm gonna go in the order that the bot tells me it's in. So I'll just hit next. This is a mate in 2, guys. Boom. Check. King goes here and lights out here or here. I'm gonna go here to be fancy, but this is checkmate. Good game, General Gleaming. This pawn to f6 move is bad. Straight out of the gate, it's bad. It weakens your diagonal. It just basically tells me you want to get checkmated out of the opening. You defended well. You didn't get checkmated out of the opening. But, I mean, this can't be good for you. Boom. You lose your queen. And you lose your knight. I think I blundered by letting you get my queen. I think you blundered before that. Actually, wow, it says here you're completely winning. Queen d5. Queen d5 is a killer move. You're on my pawn. And if I move the pawn, you're on my rook. It's very hard for me to defend it. If I go maybe here, then it's saying rook takes b3. What? Interesting, because if pawn takes, you have a devastating attack with queen takes. This here, that's mate. So if here you have knight c2 check, king d1, you have knight e3, it's a double check, so the king has to move. If here, this is mate. If here, then you have queen d1 check, and then if here, you have the move knight to e4 checkmate. So you have a crazy attack. So technically, I was the one who is playing bad. But chess is about who makes the second to last mistake, not who makes the first. So that's a very interesting game. You would have had a crazy attack. Pawn to f6 stops queen gambit though. Pawn to f6 where? Oh. What do you mean pawn to f6 stops queen gambit? I don't. Oh, queen's gambit. I don't really follow. I should get my dad to play. Yeah, I'm open. Sure, anyone can play me. All right, let's see who's next. That was a good game. It is. Drum roll. It is going to be Zenith. Zenith, you're going to get a game. Zenith, challenge, and play. When will I play you? Can we do 5 minutes? If that okay? If not, we can do. We're doing 3 minutes for everybody to make it fair for everyone. General Gleaming, getting back into that queue. Rook J16, trust. There's no J and there's no 16. Chess is not that complicated. If there were 16 or up to J, I would not play chess. That's too hard. Actually, I'm gonna go play MC because I'm bored. Do exclamation mark leave in the chat so that you get out of the queue. That'd be appreciated. All right, here we go, Zenith. E4. E4 best by test. E4, E5, classic. Bring out the knight. Hit that pawn. How are you going to defend it? There's a few ways to defend it. This way is really bad because of knight takes, pawn takes, and then queen to h5. He's going for a Petrov. I don't like playing the Petrov. I'm going to try to transpose into a 4 knights. He doesn't have to, except he can always like go here. Okay, now he transposed to a 4 knights, and this one I know. D4 is the way to go. Nice. All right, General, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy MC, whatever that means. Pawn takes, knight takes. And then what? There's knight takes as an option. There's bishop here as an option. There's bishop here as an option. Bishop here. I'm going to protect that knight with my bishop. A common move people do here is castle, and this is a huge blunder because of knight takes, and he doesn't fall for that. But I've seen some really strong people fall for that, and then they're just losing a piece straight out of the opening because the knight's on the queen, and then my bishop is discovered on the bishop. So, but we don't have that. We're likely gonna see knight takes and then queen takes. I like this position for me, just because I have my pieces out and developed and towards the center. Oh, MC is Minecraft. Got it. Thanks. I've tried Minecraft before, but I don't really understand it. That's a free pawn. We take those. He could give me a check like over here or whatever. Let's take it. I think it's free, so we take those. Queen. Okay, interesting. Putting on the heat. I think it's time to castle. Castling makes sense because it adds the rook to the defense. And there's also this check I could consider. I'm going to do that now. Check. And we take the queen. Let's just chop everything off because I'm up a pawn and I think I can convert it. Let's take the rook first. And then we take the bishop. Just take everything off the board here. I'm up a pawn, and I have a better pawn structure. There's pawn islands involved. Think about the pawn islands, right? So you got one pawn island here. You got two pawn islands and 3 pawn islands. A pawn island is pawns that are by themselves. Me, on the other hand, I only have 2, and they're connected, so they're way more powerful. Like this one could be a target, and right now there's an immediate move I can play. D7, looking at this pawn and looking at that pawn, and there's no way for black to stop. Actually, never mind. The king's protecting this. But either way, this is a good move. It cuts off the king from coming forward, and it's looking at these pawns. So my idea is now to march the king in somehow and checkmate black. Easier said than done, but that's the idea. Okay, that's allowing me to take it for free. So I'm going to do that. I understand I'm giving up control over this d-file, but hey, a pawn is a pawn, and now I have a passer. A passer is when there's no pawns on either file directly adjacent to it. So it's kind of by itself. It can't be stopped by a pawn. The only way it could be stopped is by a piece. And if the rook comes here to stop it, well, then at that point, it's just babysitting. So I could let it hang there. Whoa, he's letting me take that. He's just walking into a losing king and pawn endgame. I'm up 2 full pawns. This is a bit too much. Let's go here. Let's bring on the heat. This, oh, he should have came here. Okay, let's go this way. And this way, and get my king active. My king wasn't really active before. It was kind of in La La Land. Let's go here. Because of this, there's that. Okay, now we have this. Now we're up 3 full pawns. This is a winning game. By the way, Corey, could you not do match reviews for people who are good or not like bad? You're just better. Like, only do reviews for people who are actually bad to help them. No. Good suggestion, but no. I like to review. You got to review all your games. If you don't review your games, you'll never get better. You're just gonna make the same mistakes over and over again. Even if I lose, I'll review the game. It has nothing to do with whether someone's worse or better. So no. So what I was saying earlier, a common mistake people would make is castle, and then you're immediately blundering. Because you have to address this and address that. If you simply recapture, I'll take the queen first, and then after rook takes, you're down a full piece. So it's a common mistake, and just make sure to avoid that. Review mine, please. Yeah, sure. No problem. But that's not what happened. What happened was we had the capture, and we have a bit of a trade. I like my position already. The engine is giving me 1.3. It's not enough to win or anything, but I definitely think I have the advantage. Queenside castling is definitely in the cards. First, I want to develop my bishop. This is a pawn. Free pawn here. Apparently, castling was good, but bishop b5 check would have been even better. Because now it kind of dislodges things a little bit. Bishop d7, check. And like if, oh, the queen cannot take because this bishop would fall. So now pawn has to take. And now it's saying like queen e3. King has to move, and now castle. And then there's too much pressure going on here, and there's actually no way to stop it from me just winning that bishop. Very interesting. Review mine. Yeah, let's go check it out. Oh wait, Zenith, that was your game. Never mind. Let's see what else happened. So castles. Now we just simplify the matter a little bit. I choose to simplify because I think this pawn endgame is so much better for me. I have 3 pawns here, 3 pawns here, and your pawns are very loose. They're pretty bad. Last time I ran out of time. Now I was just taking, take. Yeah, if you just take, do trades, and then you go into a worse endgame, that's not good. You only want to take if there's a benefit. If there's no benefit, then you should keep the tension. So now I have a rook over here, and picked up a pawn. I mean, now I have a passer, and my goal is to promote that pawn. So I'm just gonna push. Now we have takes, and at this point, it's just a losing king and pawn endgame. It's pretty straightforward, and yeah, at this point, it's lights out. Good game though. Next. Let's see who is next in my queue. It is Hello Brother. Hello Brother, are you still here? Calling for Hello Brother. If you're here, make yourself known. Put your chess.com username in the chat. Extreme Gamer, you're not quite up yet. There's still a... Actually, I don't know. Fire Fury, I know your username. I've played you many times. Bro, what do you mean? No. No what? Guys who watching, like the stream. Yes, please, Awadi. Everyone, please listen to Awadi. I'm second in queue, so now I'm first. Hello, brother. Are you still here? Hello, brother. Last chance. You can't put the stream delay as a reason because I'm using the chat. If I'm using the chat, you guys should see it right away. 10 seconds before I move on. And I'm just going to count it out loud. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, you lost your chance, unfortunately, but that's how it goes sometimes. Let's see who's next. Next, we have Extreme Gamer. We have Extreme Gamer who's next. Yeah, you might be after. I think I've... Did you challenge me, Extreme Gamer? Let's see. Game history, Fire Fury. I played a lot of Bullet earlier today. 3 minute. Where are you? Fire Fury. Maybe I'll just do search Fire Fury. Let's just click on your name. Challenge. 3-minute. All right, here we go. Time for a game. Good luck to you, sir. All right, e4. Let's play c6. Carol Khan against e4, c6, d5, no matter what. Takes and takes. Interesting. He's bringing out the knights, and so will I. Got to bring out the knights. Knights before bishops. That's what they say. Okay, making use of the pin. Let's pin him as well. Pin for a pin. All right, capture. I don't think the capture was correct. Yeah, this pawn is a little bit weak. It's backwards. But at the same time, I get the bishop pair. And similar to the other game, my knight wasn't that great. So you're just taking away one of my bad pieces. So I'm happy with that. If I had a rock and my opponent had one, should I trade, or it depends on the strength of the pawns? You never want to blindly trade rooks or any piece. You always want to think about what happens after the trade. It does depend on the pawns. It also depends on the whole position. So I can't give you a concrete, like, always answer. This blunders the queen. The knight was pinned. So now that the knight moved out of the way, I'm going to pick up the queen. You can't always just say, okay, if I can trade a rook, trade a rook. My general advice is, if you don't see a concrete reason to trade pieces, then don't. Keep the tension. If you're going to do a general advice like that, then take that approach. If there's no concrete benefit to you trading pieces, don't trade pieces. This is going to be a fork on this pawn and that pawn. So let's pick up this one. And now I have a beautiful pawn center majority. It's actually called the BBC, Big Black Center. I'm going to go here with the check, get my queen a little bit closer to the king. And I do want to activate one of my rooks. Easier said than done. So I'm going to go here, check, and pick up the pawn. No, the rook can block. So this was kind of a dumb move. Oh, the rook didn't block. Instead, we have this. So I'm going to take that. It ended up working out. And now I can take this pawn. And I'm up a million pawns right now. And now I'm going to push, and get a queen. That's a free rook. This rook was defending this rook. And now it moved here, undefending that rook. So I take it. And now there was nothing defending the knight, so I'm going to take the knight as well. And now I'm looking at the pawn. And now we take the pawn. And let's activate the rook. Let's come here. If the rook ever tries to attack my queen, boom, this is mate. So it's basically impossible for white to do anything. There's nothing white can do to stop this. And then that. If this, then that. Boom. Lights out. Or even here. This game is over. It was over before it started. Okay, that technically delays the checkmate a little bit. This is not stalemate. Obviously, the king cannot move, but one of his pawns can. So after that, I have this checkmate, I have this checkmate, or this checkmate. So I can take my pick. I think the coolest one would have been to move the rook up. Okay. Let's see what went wrong in this game. The opening was fine. You're completely fine in the opening. I think taking was a mistake. You should have kept the tension. If you don't see a clear concrete reason to trade material, don't do it and keep the tension. You're much better off hanging on to this pin right now, because it's very hard for me to break it, because I already kind of committed my bishop to this pin over here. The only thing that I can do to break the pin is playing a move like pawn to a6, where you'd back up your bishop, and then I'd have to play pawn to b5, a pretty committal move, and that'll allow you to go bishop b3, putting a little bit more pressure on that pawn. Was a checkmate, right? Yeah, checkmate wasn't coming. But yeah, you take, and this basically helps me a little bit. Castles here, just playing like normal. I back up. Again, I had no clear reason to take the knight, so I didn't. I kept the tension. And this is why. If I had taken the knight, your queen would have taken, but keeping the pin always keeps that threat of me taking that piece behind it if the knight moves away. So after I win the queen, it's just a simplification where I just start picking off the pieces and go in for the kill. It would have been mate on the next move. Okay, let's see who's next. It might be IB plays. It is. All right. IB plays. Let's go here. Here we go. I'm going to challenge you to a game. I'll be whatever color. Okay, sounds good. Challenge sent. I don't really care. That's fine. Neither do I. All right, here we go. Let's play d4 this time. I'm going to play the London system. It's my favorite opening. It has a special place in my heart, where you play d4 and then bring out the bishop. This is a very easy opening to learn for beginners. It's so much better than playing this f-pawn business. Bring out the knight over here, and then we're going to form a triangle. And Zenith has joined the queue again. I'm going to close the queue. Actually, there was only one more person in the queue. We'll keep it open for a bit. One time I had like 8 people in here, and that was kind of wild. 8 people in my queue. Hard for me to manage. I want to sink my knight in there. It's a great outpost for the knight, because these 2 pawns can't kick it away anymore. The only piece that can kick away this knight is another piece. This looks like a free pawn. After pawn takes, I have queen takes. And now this knight is really looking strong. It's like an octopus knight. Control here, control here, control here, control here. Like, this is really good. Let's go this way. Threatening that. Also maybe this someday. Wait a second, could I do that? Could I come here and just win on the spot? How do you stop my queen from coming here to deliver mate? Hey there, Wyatt. This is checkmate. Boom, protected by the knight. That's why you guys should never move your f-pawn in the opening. He lost in 10 moves. Starting from here. Pawn to f5. I think this is bad. I don't think this is very good. It just allows me to come in here. Boom, checkmate. GG. All right. Let's see who's next. What's up, Kira? Good to see you. All right, Zenith. You are up. Time to play. Here we go. That game wasn't really a proper showing of the London system, because there was just a blunder and maybe a miss. Maybe an inaccuracy is a better word, and I took advantage of it. Okay, I'm going to do the London system, show you guys how it's done properly. I don't know why I didn't find your channel before. I don't know why either. This f-pawn, you guys keep trying to test me with this f-pawn. Let's just play like normal. You're actually one of my good streamers. Hey, really appreciate it. I'm glad you think so. Means a lot. All right, so I'm in check. I'm going to push that bishop away. So I don't think this was good, because I can block, and now it gives me more options for my queen. Whoa, this looks like a free pawn. If I take it, pawn takes, and then takes. Isn't that just good for me? Maybe first I'll come here. If he takes, I'm going to come here. And now I'm going to show you guys, if you move this f-pawn, I'm going to punish you for it. Taking doesn't work because of the check. And then if pawn blocks this check, and then I pick up the rook. Kind of makes a little zigzag motion. Noam Eli, why no knight h6? I don't know where you're referring to, so I don't know. All right, let's bring in my bishop over here. Excuse me. All right, queen comes here. Let's play my knight. This is sort of the London system. In the London system, there's no like immediate capture, but I mean, that's the beauty of chess. Sometimes you're gonna play the moves a little bit differently depending on what the opponent does. You don't ever want to be a robot and just always put the pawns on this square and this square. The knight always comes here. The bishop always comes here. If you notice weaknesses, make a different move to exploit that. Don't be afraid. So now there's another piece going here. So he has 3 attackers on the pawn. I only have 2 defenders. So if I do nothing, he's just going to take it and beat up that pawn. So I'm going to take that pawn first. Knight takes as a possibility. And now I could take this, but I'm a little bit afraid of that. And then my bishop is out of play. So here I'm going to castle. Here I'm going to castle. And we have a game. I'm up a pawn, so I'm pretty happy about that. But it's nothing like too crazy that I'm up a pawn. Maybe I'll play queen here. Maybe I'll bring in my knight over here. Okay, this move really weakens the square. I would love to exploit that somehow. I'm going to start with this move, looking at this square. Double tap on the screen, guys. Yeah, double tap and give me a like. I don't know what it does, but if you do it, thank you. Everyone should double tap on the screen. Do you think you'll be a GM? No, I will never be a GM in my life. That is not a realistic expectation. If anything, maybe an NM one day. National Master. That I think I could achieve in my lifetime. But a Grandmaster, I think it's out of the cards. To become a Grandmaster, one, you need to start. It's not a hard rule. You could start later in life, but most Grandmasters started when they were like 3 years old. I started when I was 14. So I don't think a GM is in the cards. This is like saying, are you going to become an NBA player or an NFL player? Like, no. Be realistic. You're not. You might, but probably not. All right. The queen wants to be traded. I'm gonna decline the queen trade, just because I have no reason to trade it. But if I don't take it, my queen's going to be a little bit offside. Now, let's keep the tension. Let's go back. What about IM? Hey, one step at a time. One step at a time. IM is also very difficult, but it's leagues easier than being a GM. Just look at Gotham Chess. I have 18 seconds left. Oh my god. Guys, I'm going to flag. I need to play really fast so I don't flag. Let's go here next, no matter what. Pre-move. Bishop takes, queen takes, rook takes. I think I can flag my opponent. I can play a lot faster. Okay, now I take and retake here. And then we're going to give a check. Yeah, let's give a check next and then pick up the bishop. Boom, like that. And now my rook is on these pawns. And just like that, I'm up on time. Let's go here. And here. And swing in the knight. Swing in that knight. Maybe go here and here. Don't get back ranked. No back rank checkmate for me. Okay, takes, and we take. We time him out. Wu Yang, thanks for joining my chat. You absolutely can play me. You just have to subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Just click on that subscribe button and then do !join in the chat. And then you'll be in line to play me. All right, let's see who's next. Next we have, this was a great game, by the way. London system is always nice. I think this was kind of a mistake. This was a very interesting idea to like counter attack. It takes, you're down a pawn. Yeah. You're down a pawn out of the opening. The F pawn moved. Lots of weaknesses here. I only had 20 seconds left in this position. 20 seconds against a full minute. But I managed to flag my opponent. And time out. Subscribe and like. Yes. Like, subscribe, follow. All of the YouTube people say this, so I should too. Any interesting move? The opening concept was kind of interesting. I'm never a fan of moving this F pawn. Never. Just because it literally opens up the king for no reason. This was interesting. Not addressing this, but like counter-attacking. It doesn't work because you're just down a pawn, but it's interesting. I'll give you that. Bishop sack and rook sack, I don't know. I don't know where you're referring to. Oh, Wyatt is next. And then it'll be someone else. Wyatt, are you here? Wyatt, are you here? I didn't mean to skip you. Here. If Wyatt is here, make yourself known. Otherwise, we will go on to IB Plays. Wyatt, are you here? Awadi, you have to do exclamation mark. Everyone's doing join at the same time. No, that's not fair. I'm moving Awadi up. I'm moving Awadi up a spot. Because IB Plays, you're next. I really thought I was on something, but hey, it's creative. I'll give you that. It's creative. All right. It doesn't seem like Wyatt is here, so that means it's gonna be. I think it's IB Plays and then Awadi. Yeah, I mean that's what it is anyway. It's gonna be IB Plays and Awadi. Nothing changed, so it worked out. Oh, IB Plays. You want to leave it? All right. You want to give Awadi a chance. Wyatt's got upset. Why did he get upset? What did I do to offend him? Maybe. Nah. No feelings are hurt in this channel. All right. Awadi, you're up. Happy man. You say knight e2. Yeah, knight e2 is a good move here, I guess. Except I need to deal with this pawn. Awadi. Yeah, IB Plays. I don't know why you left to. Are you here? Oh, all right. IB Plays. Then let's just play. If you're down. In the meantime, Awadi, just give me your. Oh, it looks like you're already playing in a game. What's going on? Who are you playing? You're losing to a 100 player? IB Plays, you're already playing a game. you resigned. All right, we will play. If I click challenge this. All right, thanks, Awadi. You're next, so stand by. Yeah, you're on the list. Try to challenge I_like Gotham Chess. Why? I don't know who that is. I know who Gotham Chess is. I don't know who I like Gotham Chess is. 4 knights. Bring out that knight. That's the main move. There's also this idea, which allows me to sacrifice, because then if knight takes back, we have a fork on the bishop and knight. But we have bishop coming here. Let's shoo that bishop away. I don't know how this rating goes. What do you think my rating will be? 100, 200? No, you definitely play better than 100, 200. Maybe 700, 800. But the only way you'll know for sure is to play games. Okay, you're giving me the bishop pair for no good reason. So that's why I'm trading, to get the bishop pair. We'll go here and castle next. I think I can be at least 150. 150 is really bad. 150 means you're losing like every game. The floor, the worst you could possibly be, theoretically, is 100. So if you're only 50 points above that, you got some work to do. Everyone starts somewhere, but I think you play better than 150. You were on the list. If you do, I think it's list to actually see who's on the list. What's your elo? About 1900 blitz. Guys, click on that if you want to see the list in real time. Kira, you're up next, actually. And then it's Awadi. I was mistaken. Awadi, you got one more person ahead of you. Yeah, Kira, my bad. You were right. 700 looks so high. Nah. I mean, it's all relative. It's high if you're not that. Whoa, what just happened here? Knight for a knight. That's interesting. Let's attack the queen a little bit. Where's this queen going? Here? Could be something. And then maybe I will bring in my rook. Whoa! The queen just went on a square where I could take for free. Which way to take? This way or that way? This way opens up the rook. This way opens up the queen. I'm going to take this way. You didn't mean to move there. Yeah, maybe it's a mouse slip or something. It happens. That's what they all say. Just kidding. I know. I know you didn't mean to move the queen there. That made no logical sense. But it do be like that sometimes. You reached 700 elo on my other account because of me. Nice. Very cool. Taking my tips to heart, I see. Very nice. Use the D pawn. Yep, that's what I ended up doing. My queen's on a great square now as a result. On God. No, I know. I believe you. It's not that hard to believe. Okay, this is a free bishop. That, I think you blundered the bishop. You intended to move the rook there to protect the pawn. You forgot about the bishop. Let's grab that pawn. It's free. You're too busy in the chat to focus on the chess. We take this pawn with check. We're also on the knight, but we have to be careful if we move the queen. This bishop hangs. So with that said, maybe I should throw in a check first. Like that. This, maybe that. I do have to watch my back rank. So if I ever lose my bishop, Ooh, this comes with a check. This is not correct. This comes with a check. And now I could like defend the bishop this way. I was just gonna say I gotta watch out for my back rank because if I ever get checked, I move my rook here and then rook takes and then this is mate. And that would be a little embarrassing. Don't want that to happen. This is a skewer. The king is gonna have to move to here or here, and then this it also is a discovery. Now it's a check. This is gonna be lights out. Here, boom, checkmate. It's protected by that bishop. GG. Yeah, giving me the bishop was not correct. Bishop pair is a nice advantage. And then this is a nice attack. It's a trade here. But yeah, I mean, the game is over after this point. But there are grandmasters in chess, right? So there are masters too. No, yeah. There's a lot of different levels to titles. How the ranks work? So you have in where I live in America, you have the USCF, which is United States Chess Federation. They have their own rating system, and then you have the international scale, which are like where grandmasters and international masters, candidate masters, FIDE masters. That's where they all come from. In America, there's national master where you have to hit 2200 USCF to get. That's my goal. But yeah, there's different rankings for the international level. Do I have any title like master? No, unfortunately I don't. I think I technically have a title. Let me actually pull it up. USCF lookup, if you guys are curious. I have an official profile for the US Chess Federation. That's my hat. And I am pulling it up. I have the third category title, whatever that means. Third category. And I had 100 regular rated wins. I don't really know what third category means, but I have it. I'm ranked 456 in the state. It's decent. I'll take it. But yeah. I have the third category title. Why you think you can't be a GM? Because to be a GM, you have to be like the top, like upper, like you have to be the elite in the world. And to do that, you really need to give up everything you're doing and focus full time on chess. And I have other priorities in my life. I have life in the way. You have a title. Technically, yeah, I have a title. But it's not, it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't mean anything. Unless if it's a national master or anything like that, third category doesn't mean much to me. Okay, who is next? Who is next? It's Kira, I think. Yeah, Kira, you're up. Kyra. Hey, Wyatt. Glad to see you're rejoining. You said yes. Kira, Wu Yang, no space. Wu Yang, no space. Happy Man took your spot. Okay, there you go. Hopefully it registers you. Yep, there you go. All right, Kira, you're up. What's your username? Kira. Let's see. I don't know your username. Grandmaster is really tough. I saw Gotham try for years. Oh, here you go. Thanks for challenging me. This is a 10-minute game. No. We're not playing a 10-minute game. This is too long. There are 6 people in the queue. If I play 10-minute games with everybody, I will never get through the queue. All right, here we go. Pawn to e4. Sicilian. Let's play the Rasalimo. What's your ELO on Rapid? I want to say like 19 something. Let me check. Stats. I am 1964 Rapid. Let me go back to the game. Okay, we have a pawn takes back. Let's castle. So he is so dramatic, and this guy was only GM or a day, I guess. So to be a GM, it's like a test or something. It's not a test. There's a few requirements to be a GM. One, you have to have an international rating of 2,500. That's like the elite. Like you have to be 2,500. Secondly, there's what's called norms. It's performance norms. So you have to do really well in some tournaments, and there are some, I want to say, restrictions for that tournament. Like in that tournament, there has to be a set number of international people. There has to be an average rating of like 2,600 plus. Like there's rules to it to what counts as a potential GM norm. IMs also fall for norms too. It looks like Kira disconnected and will auto resign in 10 seconds. That's not very good. Hey, what's your name so I can send you an invite? It's just my name with no space. Corey Zapin. Abandon. Okay. You snooze, you lose. Let's see who's next. This opening was nice, but we just got started. I mean, it's a pawn. Maybe they rage quit over that pawn. Kira, we had already just played, so we go next again. And we have Awadi. Awadi, I'm pretty sure you put your username in the chat. I'm just scrolling up to look for it. Awadi, found it. 0 Awad 0. Okay. Copy. Members. Corey, could you show the queue? Sure. This is the queue. IB plays, you're up next. Then Wyatt, then Happy Man, then Wu Yang. That's the queue. Awad, you are from Libya. Very cool. You disconnected. That is unfortunate. All right, here we go. Mr. Awad. Karo Khan. And we have an exchange. Is he going to bring out the other knight? Let's bring it out. And we'll bring out my knight. Nice. Yeah, I've accepted the invite. Castles, play e6. Back up the bishop. No clear reason to take it. Now this is damaging the king side a little bit. I'm going to try to punish that. Okay, pinning me, but whatever. I'm just going to develop. And castle next. Get out of the pin. Okay, I'll take it. Very similar theme as before. What do I want to do? Castle, I guess. Kingside safety is important. There was always this I'm thinking of. Yeah, let's go do it. If knight takes, bishop takes, and my bishop is on a pretty nice square, looking at the king side a bit. Otherwise, it's hard for white to kick out my knight. When is it your turn, Wu Yang? You have IB plays next, and then you, Wyatt. Oh, Wu Yang, I'm sorry. You're number 4. So it's Wyatt, and then Happy Man, and then Wu Yang. All right, bishop takes. Now my bishop is looking out this way. I don't think this works. I'm going to remove the defender. If you take my queen, I'm going to take your queen. And then your bishop is loose, and so is mine. But I take a knight in the way. So we'll see. I think this works out in my favor nicely. I'm just going to be up the piece here. Boom. Because now, if you look at it, after all those exchanges, I'm up a bishop. You're excited to play, but I know I'll get cooked. That's all right. It's a learning experience. Push that pawn after pawn takes, bishop takes. And now things are open up. It's this bishop's time to shine. All right, let's put my rook over here. If he makes a move like this, I potentially have this check. Okay, not quite. I want to play this and double up. I didn't go here because of this, and then there was no pawn protection of that rook. I didn't want that rook to be loose. Let's go here. Double up. And then I can maybe think about going here or something like that. At this point, since I'm up a bishop, I would want to go for trades. So this and like would be pretty good for me. Let's tuck my bishop down. See what he wants to do. If he moves his rook or something, I'm going to play the rook over here and get control over that second. Okay, boom, go here, get some control. I do want to shift over my pieces. Maybe go here, target this pawn, and then come in here. That has to be good for me. I just need to be mindful of my back rank. I do have a bishop right now that could defend it, but should be okay. Interesting attack. Let's defend it. Rook defends. Okay, now he's locking things up. I do get a passed pawn as a result. So let's just back up that bishop. Kira says, yikes. What are you saying yikes for? All right, time to put both of my rooks on the second rank. Your Wi-Fi got scared of me? Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. All right, now this is a passive move. We're going to play this, give the king some space, and try to come in with the king. If rook ever comes here, I could take the rook because that pawn would be pinned that way. Let's come here and maybe pawn here next. Interesting. Let's develop. Bring out my king. In endgames, you want to develop your king. Get it out and towards the center. Then it can be active. If it's in the back, it's not doing a whole lot. That's a free rook. We take those. Okay, let's just back up the bishop again. And we're up a full rook. Free pawn. Let's take that pawn. Let's go check. Is the queue still open? At this point, I'm going to close the queue. Sorry. Unfortunately, Zenith, there's too many people in the queue, and I got to go at some point. I think I have this. This way, he moves a pawn, and I come here. Yeah, sorry about that, Zenith. Boom. Mate. All right, next. We got who's next? IB plays. We're going to play a little bit of a faster game to get everyone through the queue. We're going to do 2 minutes with a 1 second increment. I can't guarantee that I'm going to go live tomorrow. IB plays, it doesn't say that you're accepting any challenges. Did you play good? Or yeah, you played pretty good. Where you went wrong, I want to say bishop here isn't the best, just because what are you going to do with this bishop? This bishop would love to come out, and to do that, you need to push this pawn. This bishop is blocking this pawn from coming out. And kicking me out damages your king a little bit. Taking the knight isn't good because you have no clear reason to do it, and your bishop is strong. This is a piece. Okay, I think you challenged me. All right, let's just play. Yeah, next stream. Yeah, you did make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Bring out my pieces. Here, here. And we bring out our pieces. Can I join again? Unfortunately, Awadi, I've closed my queue. We'll play again another time. Just make sure you're subscribed to me. We take that. I think that's a free piece. A free pawn, at least. I got 2 pieces covering it. That's a free knight. We take free knights. Cover that pawn. Castle next. Life is good. What is that opening never seen? This opening here? It's the Nimzovich-Larsen attack. Let's go here. This is a bishop. I think my opponent is just giving me all his pieces. Like, what's going on here? What is going on? That's a rook. Have a good night, Zenith. Take care. Good games. We'll go here. Let's go here. Challenge the queen. See what he wants to do. Let's come over. Let's castle. I do want to be careful not to come here because I get mated. That would be a little bit embarrassing. I think this is mate. It's a back rank mate. Guys, double on the screen. Yes, everyone, please click on like and heart. I don't know who Moonlit Fantasy is. I don't know who Moonlit Fantasy is. Is that you, Wyatt? Wyatt, are you Moon? I want to accept it, but not if it's not Wyatt. I don't know. There's someone named Moon that challenged me. I'm going to assume it's him. It's you, your new subscriber. Sean, your new subscriber. You've clicked subscribe. All right, let's play. Because you're a new subscriber, you go to the front. My queue is normally closed, but I'm making an exception for you here. We'll get a game. Okay. Let's protect the pawn. Let's open things up. I might have a sacrifice in the books. He defends against it. Very nice. Let's go this way. Defend. This guy's a pretty decent player. Let's come here. Add a guard to that pawn. Knight takes makes sense. Knight takes makes a lot of sense here. Hello, the learner, and Sean. Thanks for tuning in. Do I have a sacrifice? Here, king takes, queen check. Pick up the queen this way. I mean, pick up the knight that way. I think that makes sense. Let's do it. Boom. We'll get a little bit more activity this way. And check. And I'll pick up the knight. Do I have anything better? I don't think so. Let's go for it. Can you coach me? If you want to hire me as a private coach, There are definitely options for that. Okay, my queen's under fire, so I move the queen. Let's come here. Next to this pawn as well. All right. I think it's time to go for some trades. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. Maybe yes, maybe no. I haven't decided. Okay, let's push and protect. I did see that bishop. That rook move would have been annoying. Let's push the pawn. If he takes, I take here. This guy's not bad. He knows what he's doing. I'm on this pawn. I'm also on this. Let's come here and take this way. And now I have a nice rook over here. Let's see. I think this is an idea. This is what I'm thinking. Or here and... yeah, let's go here and bring in this rook. That's a very good move. Okay, we'll go back. Let's push. Maybe this. Okay, we trade. Definitely go for this trade. I'm going to push here and activate my king. Okay, now we take. Am I down a bishop, guys? Oh no, I'm down a full bishop. How did I let that happen? Let's go here. I do have these pawns that I could do. I don't know how I lost this bishop. This guy is really good. Check. I'll go here. Now we go this way. No. Wow. He's punching above his weight. He's definitely playing way better than a 1079. Let's go here. We have to keep fighting. Yikes. Yikes. I think I'm losing. This is the only move that protects it. This is coming, though. Wow, this is falling. My whole position is collapsing, guys. This is going to be an L. A big L. This is my only hope. But king takes, and it's a disaster. Guys, I'm getting wrecked. My first loss of the day. This is hopeless. I'm just going to play till mate in the hopes of some weird stalemate trick. I'm getting wrecked. Yikes. Just going to get a queen and checkmate me. No stalemates here. He's going to wrap things up pretty quickly. I think I just got outplayed in this game. Didn't even come close. Mate, very good game. Wow. I got destroyed. Very, very good game. I made a blunder out of the opening. Where did I mess up? This was... where did I mess up? Let's see. Oh, this... I went for a sacrifice. It didn't work. I got some activity, but he was able to defend. And now I'm just down a piece. And nothing to show for it. So yeah, I just got outplayed. It happens. Good game. No. Nothing suspicious about that. I just made a dumb sacrifice and lost. Had no chance of coming back. Happy Man 2.0, are you here? Yeah, nice game, Sean. Very good. Happy Man 2.0, are you here? Yeah, neither can I. Good job, man. Very, very good, John. You definitely deserved that win. I should not have gone for that bishop sacrifice. That was a bit outlandish of me. I should have just not done that. Because then you defended well and down a full piece. Happy. I'm giving you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It doesn't look like Happy is here anymore. He beat Corey before GTA 6. Funny. I want that game to come soon. I've been waiting on this game for like 10 years. GTA 6. I love Grand Theft Auto. Wu Yang, you're up. I'm going to sleep. I hope you stream tomorrow. Hope so too. We'll see. Brantley, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. All right. Wu Yang, are you here? Mr. Wu Yang. You were recently in the chat, so I hope you're here. What is your username? Please share in the chat what it is. Then after Wu Yang, Kira is up next. Kira, you're on standby. Okay, you sent me the challenge. It's a 3-2. Okay, a little longer than what I normally do, but that's fine. We can do it. Good luck. Extreme Gamer, you're unfortunately too late. I'm starting to wrap things up. So we have a Caro-Kann classical variation, and now I'm challenging the knight. Against this, I like to play h5, h4 to put a little bit of pressure on that knight. And he stops it, and in doing so, that allows for this. And it's, if he comes here, maybe queen here and pick up that knight. But again, you never want to move that f-pawn, so this is a good reply. Let's just play like normal, develop our pieces. Break the pin with my bishop. If he takes, I might take here first. This is actually tricky. I should have grabbed that bishop. There's also this check I could consider. Okay. What to do? Let's add a defense this way so I can recapture with my knight and also protect it with that other knight. So castles, time to play. Maybe let's go here and then here. Establish my knight in that center, and then I don't have to worry about protecting anymore. This, queen takes. We have a fight. This is not so clear. I might queenside castle. My opponent is doing pretty well. Survived the opening. Let's see. I'm gonna go this way and defend it like that. If knight takes, I'll take back with my knight. What's your IQ? I don't know. I never took an IQ test. Let's castle queenside. And now this rook is indirectly putting some pressure on that pawn. I think let's take. I think that's logical. Okay. Let's bring in my knight over here. Maybe think about going here. I don't know. Tough position. My opponent's doing really well. Okay. I don't know if I want to go for that trade, but I think I have to. Okay, let's go for it. I have an idea. I have an idea up my sleeve. It maybe involves my knight going to f4. Okay, pawn goes over there. Now I have a little better pawn structure. Knight coming in here is a little bit annoying though. So let's first move my king up. If the knight comes in here, I'll block. Okay, I'm gonna block this way. Maybe go here at some point. This is not easy. Not easy at all. I think I'm gonna go this way with my knight now. And try to attack him. Putting pressure on that rook. Rook might come here. That'll make this loose. He's got to protect it here. I'm going to go this way and double up. And then I have a trick. So we'll see if it works. So right now I'm attacking. This pawn, how is he going to defend it? Don't know. Defend it that way. Let's go this way. If he comes here, this would be a big mistake. Because I'm going to sacrifice my knight. If rook takes, this is a back rank issue. Okay, guys. This is it. Boom. 92 check. That's the killer move. The king has to come here, and then I give him a checkmate on the back rank. There we go. I sweared? Oh, if I did, I apologize. I didn't mean to. We have a classic puzzle rush back rank checkmate to end things off. Wow, what a game. This was kind of wild. I felt like I was on the defense the whole time until the end. I got very lucky at the end. Wu Yang, you played extremely well. I had a brilliant move at some point. You definitely know what you're doing in this opening. It's kind of an equalish position, but yeah, allowing this to happen. Yeah, knight e2, brilliant move. And then a mate in 2. It happens. And we have Kira as our last game of the day. Kira, what is your username? It's this one. Found it. Challenge sent. Waiting on you to accept it. Good luck. You can't see a brilliant like that. Yeah, that was it's tactics. The more you do, the better you'll be able to pick up on things like that. Kira, are you going to accept my challenge? Good match. Yeah, that was a good game. One of the best games of the day. I think Kira recently had internet issues. So if they don't accept, we'll call it a day. It's possible the internet went out. Let's play. Accept the challenge. All right, you challenged me. Okay, whatever. Good luck. Let's play Sicilian. I don't think I played one. All right, the queen is coming out. I'm going to attack the queen. Oh, wait, we have a Smith Mora gambit. And you take back with the queen. Interesting. I'm going to develop my knight. Usually in the Smith Mora, I would see this. But, okay. E5, I guess, makes sense here. Maybe break the pin, the bishop. Castle. Let's kick out this bishop. Takes and takes. Let's go here and maybe crack open the center. That's actually a bad move because here, boom, boom, boom. If queen takes, there's a discovered check. And then after I take it, my queen would actually fall. So that would be bad. So I don't want to play this right away. First, I'm going to add another defender to that, which will be the bishop. Then it could work. That was a pretty deep tactic, so. All right, now I think I'm going to take it like this. And then attack this way. And then put a rook on e8 and threaten to push. This is fine because king takes it would be a trade. All right, let's play this. Put some pressure on that bishop. Where's that bishop going? All right, I think I have a nice trick, and that's pushing. Because now this opens up my bishop on the rook, and at the same time, my pawn is hitting that knight. The knight has to block, actually. The knight has to go there to stop the attack. Okay, he doesn't see it, so I'm going to pick up that rook. Maybe I'll come here. I think that move makes a lot of sense. Looking at the king. Maybe I'll play pawn over here at some point and try to push up and try to win. This and this I'm not really afraid of because I could just move. So let's go here and try to push. Yeah, I just move. I'm fine. Maybe rook here and over? There's always ideas. It doesn't work right now because the knight's here, but of pushing this pawn, because then my bishop and queen would be looking at this pawn. So if the knight were to ever move, I could make that happen. Let's come here. Now I'm on the rook. Yeah, pawn push is the only way to do anything about it. Let's push again. No, then the bishop takes my pawn. Let's come here and slide the rook over. That has to be good. My bishop is a little bit loose, but I could always break through with pawn to b5 at some point. My priority is attacking the king. Okay, he's opening things up a little bit. Yeah, I'll take. Knight here. I'm going to give a check. And then maybe come here. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Establish some control over this e file. Queen goes over there. Interesting. I'm going to take it and protect this way. And maybe come here and push. And my opponent is running a little bit low on time. And there's also this idea. But I don't want to do it quite yet. I don't know what that move does. Let's come here and push up. And we have a flag. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for playing, everyone. GG's, everyone. I'll see you next time. If you didn't get to play me yet, just subscribe, and the next time I go live, you will get alerted, and then you can challenge me. Have a good day, everybody.